I had to do what I had to do to save my life.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Armory. Today I got an exciting video today. We're going to be diving into some real world firearm defense videos. We're going to be looking at what went right, what went wrong, and then most importantly what lessons you can take away from to keep yourself and your family safe. Remember, these aren't just reactions, they're going to be opportunities to learn valuable defensive tactics and mindset. Now let's jump into it. Alright guys, first one we're going to look into is this is going to be out of Detroit. Again, all of these videos I haven't seen. I'm watching it for the first time, just like you guys.
That's right, Tara and I had a chance to speak with that homeowner this evening. He says he's lived in that house for the past 20 years and 8 years ago decided to buy a gun. Now he's taken some lessons on how to handle that firearm, and today those lessons were put into action.
I had to do what I had to do to save my life.
Meso Jackson awoke around 4:30 Tuesday morning to a man pounding on his door and yelling. Parts of the encounter captured on his Ring doorbell camera at his home on Salem Street on Detroit's west side.
Talking about somebody owe him some money or something. I say, ain't nobody owe you no money.
Just pausing there real quick. That's not something you want to see on your Ring doorbell at all. Not at all. So kind of thinking of like what steps we can do when we see that. First, obviously, call 911. Because go back real quick to what he sees. You can already see that firearm right there. You know he has a weapon. He's obviously there to do harm, guys. Yeah. So call the police and then whatever firearm you got for home defense, make sure that it's ready to go in case they're able to break in the house. Remember that it's very important on knowing what laws your state has. So here in Wisconsin, we have the stand your ground and castle doctrine. So pretty much as soon as someone enters that barrier between the outside and your home, you're able to defend yourself against threats. But it varies state to state.
I had to do what I had to do to save my life.
Meso Jackson awoke around 4:30 Tuesday morning to a man pounding on his door and yelling. Parts of the encounter captured on his Ring doorbell camera at his home on Salem Street on Detroit's west side.
Talking about somebody owe him some money or something. I say, ain't nobody owe you no money.
Just pausing there real quick. That's not something you want to see on your Ring doorbell at all. Not at all. So kind of thinking of like what steps we can do when we see that. First, obviously, call 911. Because go back real quick to what he sees. You can already see that firearm right there. You know he has a weapon. He's obviously there to do harm, guys. Whatever firearm you got for home defense, make sure that it's ready to go in case they're able to break in the house. Remember that it's very important on knowing what laws your state has. So here in Wisconsin, we have the stand your ground and castle doctrine. So pretty much as soon as someone enters that barrier between the outside and your home, you're able to defend yourself against threats. But it varies state to state.
Talking about.
Jackson says he tried to reason with the man from inside his.
Then to plug into the USCCA, one of our partners, they have a lot of good information on classes, training. They'll have that reciprocity map that I'll have in the link below. That way you can check out your state's different laws and then what other states will have reciprocity with you with your concealed carry stuff.
He wouldn't leave, so I dialed 911.
While he waited for police, he said things escalated from there.
He went around the window back there and bust that window out.
Fearing the destruction wouldn't stop, Jackson then armed himself.
Came outside and said, "Man, you gotta leave. You can't be doing this. You can't be doing this. So you gotta leave." So he had his gun. He had reached for his gun. He pulled his gun out, and I had to defend myself. So I had to shoot him. I did because of that.
Firing 4 shots,
In there we have that threat to harm. He thought his life would threaten. You can see an older gentleman. He might be not as physically able to defend himself. So you're going to have that justification of him trying to break into your house and feeling threatened, especially if you already know he has that firearm with that front doorbell camera.
4 shots. They hit the man in the chest, killing him.
It was me or him at that point. I didn't want to hurt nobody, but he just wouldn't quit.
When police did arrive, Jackson says he followed their orders, led away in handcuffs for questioning.
He was trying to kill me.
Knowing he was a lawful gun owner and also aware that police had an investigation to do.
I'm like shocked this guy wouldn't leave, and he trying to kill me, and so I didn't do nothing to the guy. I'm like, That's a part that was kind of sad.
Hopeful that the law would be on his side once police heard his story.
You can't help but defend yourself. You ain't got no choice but to.
And sharing his story with us, hoping that someone might take away a lesson or two from his encounter.
You gotta be on guard. You gotta be.
That's exactly what we're trying to do. Take a lesson or two away. So you can see, obviously, it's going to be justified here, that threat to yourself. Another thing, cooperate with the police when they get there. Okay? Because you just trying to throw a fit or saying, oh, it was self-defense, you're not putting me in cuffs, cooperate with them. They have their own procedures, policies that they follow, and you're going to make a mess for yourself if you try and fight with them. And then they could also throw on different charges on there.
You gotta be on guard. You gotta be prepared. You can't just let people run you over, hurt you, and don't do nothing about it. You gotta defend yourself.
And Detroit police did confirm they did take away Jackson for questioning and kept him in custody for several hours before releasing him without any charges. But ultimately, it will be up to the prosecutor's office after they review the entire case to decide what, if any, charges may come of all this. Reporting live tonight, Dave Spencer, Fox 2 News.
Well, at this point,
Yep, so basic one, just kind of what we went over, try and take those little lessons for the video we watch. So good lessons for this one, that threat to yourself, getting armed, getting ready. Remember, he didn't arm himself right away like that, right? Again, depends on your state's laws.
well, the Detroit police chief is weighing in tonight on the case of the mom who pulled out an assault rifle to fight back against home invaders.
Did she do the right thing? We first showed you the stunning video of this drama last night at 11 o'clock.
7 Action News reporter Simon Shaquette is following up at Detroit Police Headquarters for us. Simon,
Right again.
find out.
Carolyn and Stephen, Detroit's chief of police is applauding what this mother did and also the excellent work of his own officers. This surveillance video of 3 teenage thugs shows what can happen when burglars pick the wrong victim to mess.
Couldn't see there. Kicking the door in, trying to burglarize the home.
Showed you last night on Action News at 11. The teens tear down the back door, only to discover mom is on the other side, locked and loaded.
I let them know I had a gun.
Three
once they
people.
was in the house,
Three
and
people.
They challenged me and said I don't have a gun. So that's when I shot off the first round.
Now this video has gone viral. Her husband, thankful he gave his wife this assault rifle just 2 weeks ago.
And even looking at that gun, a basic rifle. A basic rifle. That's all you need. You don't need anything super crazy. You can see all it has is iron sights. If you're just getting to start out, you don't need any fancy optics. Obviously, it's going to help, but you don't need it if we're talking about basic home defense.
After a different break-in attempt.
If I haven't prepared my wife for this kind of situation, I could have came home to a family that was gone.
So what do police think about this mom defending her home and her 2 small kids?
That's another thing too. It's not just making sure you're prepared, but your family's prepared too. If you have older kids, preparing them for what happened. You always have these what if, in case something were to happen.
The chief of police says she did the right thing.
She certainly protected herself, her young children that were upstairs in the residence, and she did nothing at all wrong. Even after the victim advised the suspects that she was armed, there was an aggressive attempt to continue to enter into her residence.
What happened Monday?
Another great point too is that announcing that you are armed. So in Wisconsin, that's something that you're pretty much required to do. If someone's trying to break into your home, that you will defend yourself, not just saying that you're going to shoot, but you will defend yourself.
What we now know to be a fake gun. Nonetheless, it was no joke to mom. Or the cops that quickly arrested these guys.
The relentless follow-up, a sense of urgency by our officers, assigned to number 10, certainly is, which is consistent today in what we see in the Detroit Police Department. Phenomenal police work.
2 of the teens are in custody facing charges and have a history of trouble with the law. 1 even has a prior gun-related arrest. The 3rd is out on bond. Don't forget, this is also a big victory for the neighborhood, considering these...
Yeah. Another great example right there. Doing what you gotta do to defend yourself, defend your family. So, important life lessons that we can take away from this. basic. You don't need anything fancy. You don't need a $1,000 rifle. You can get cheaper. You can get a $300 shotgun. Thing's gonna work. Making sure we announce that we have that weapon and that we will defend ourselves. And then again, that threat. So the threat there, 3 people, even though it's a fake gun, you don't know it's a fake gun. It's the same for law enforcement. They're gonna shoot you if you have a fake gun. So great life lessons on this one too.
He grabbed his gun and scared the group of men off.
Clayton County we're going to here.
Gunfire was exchanged. This all was caught on surveillance cameras. Fox 5 reporter Eric Perry is live outside the home in Clayton County. So Eric, what happened?
Yeah, Tom, Christine, honestly, what happened, that group of men picked the wrong house code to try to burglarize here. You can see the evidence on this BMW from that shootout, just riddled with gunfire. That man said he just wanted to make sure his wife was protected.
I don't want to die at home. I survived Afghanistan and everything else, and to die at home in my own yard.
The goal for Whitfield Smith was to protect his family and home early Monday morning when he noticed a group of men on his Ring camera.
I'm noticing a young man run.
That's why another easy basic thing, security cameras. Big thing. Doesn't have to be fancy like Ring or any of these ADT, any of these high quality securities. You can go on Amazon and they have cameras for 20, 30 bucks that you can put around your home, inside and outside too. I have it on my home too. Never be safe.
Running from my neighbor's yard across my front lawn into the middle of the street to meet up with 2 other gentlemen.
One of the men made a near fatal decision.
Sprints of my driveway. I can see on
he's
camera
hunched over.
that he's hunched down, wearing a gray
There's
hoodie,
that gun right there.
and he's got some kind of firearm in his hand. He reaches to try to get into my BMW that's in the driveway. The door's locked. Grab my rifle, head outside.
With flip-flops, pajama pants, and no shirt, this veteran went to war.
Now, we can also take some bad things away from that. So if we look at his approach, we know that there's someone over there by his car, hunched over with a gun, probably looking to enter through the garage into the gentleman's house. And then he'll come over here. You can follow the cursor, going here on his walkway. We'll watch it again too. There you see he walks over here. And he doesn't even make it far. He doesn't make contact with him. He just starts shooting at him and hitting his car, not even hitting the suspect. So one thing we got to remember is we have to see the threat. We're not just blind shooting, because that's just not safe for anyone. You can see he's destroying his own property. Let's watch that one more.
Head outside.
So that's how far he makes it, right to the back of his car.
With flip-flops.
Now it would be different. Again, we don't want to Monday night quarterback everything, but just getting the little things that we can learn. Is if he saw the gun right there, then yeah, absolutely go for it. That threat to yourself right there.
Pajama pants and no shirt, this veteran went to war to protect his wife who was hiding inside.
Boom, 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 boom. There was one gentleman that was on the other side of the trees, and the main protagonist was right here using my truck as a shield.
At one point, he kicked off his flip-flops, races inside, puts on clothes, and comes back out. He says he didn't have time to be afraid. Only time to act.
I didn't think that they'd be shooting at me, and I'd be hearing bullets whiz past me.
This father fears he would have been dead if it wasn't for his BMW to shield the nearly 2 dozen.
Now some things we can take away too, some good things. Again, you can see he doesn't have a fancy optic on that rifle. Thinking about maybe utilizing a rifle instead of a shotgun, this is a great scenario where a rifle actually comes in handy versus a shotgun, even though if you have that semi-automatic shotgun, you can get those rounds off pretty quick. But just something that where you might want a little more accurate rifle, especially when this is a 1v almost 3 situations right here.
Nearly 2 dozen bullets.
They said, Mr. Smith, you're very brave. You're very brave, but you're very crazy, you're very stupid, but you're very brave.
Yeah, and Mr. Smith is alive. Thankfully, no one was injured in any of this. He says that the group of men actually got away with the firearm that he had inside of his truck there. He also says that after the gunfire really erupted, they tried to break into neighbors' homes to escape. They were unsuccessful, but...
And this is something, which is why in our videos we've preached, accuracy is the big thing here too. Because you just say, he fired all those rounds, but didn't stop the threat at all. They just said they stole their gun, and then they burglarized other neighbors' houses. So yes, you protected yourself, but you're lucky that those three were pretty much just scared and ran away. They didn't come at you with your own firearm, potentially. So another point, making sure our firearms are secured safely. This gentleman just had it in his truck, accessible enough where these thieves could just steal it, right? That's theoretically, they could use your own weapon against you. So making sure that we're safely secured and we know where they are.
Defending her neighbor, a Tarpon Springs mom's brave actions with her child just feet away, and the reason neighbors are now calling her a hero. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Wendy Ryan.
I'm Paul LeGrone in for Jamison Euler. Tonight, a Clearwater man is in jail and a woman has her neighbor.
We're in Clearwater.
All new at 6. ABC Action News reporter Sarah Hollenbeck is live in Tarpon Springs to show us how a mom risked her own safety to help a neighbor. Sarah?
Brittany Cheek, she did not hesitate for a single second. Just look at how close these apartment buildings are. When she heard her neighbor screaming, she ran across to the other side and immediately got her gun and was ready to help. That's why neighbors say she is a hero tonight.
Just amazing bravery.
Carolyn Lubecki is in awe of how her 31-year-old neighbor risked her own life to step in when the woman across the hall screamed for help. The bullet hole in this door, a reminder of the sheer danger.
But you kind of panic in situations, and thank God she didn't. She just didn't think twice.
Pinellas County deputies tell us this man, Daniel Morey, wearing only his boxers, started pounding on the door of this condo around 4 in the morning Saturday. Susan Bass noticed the man was bleeding and opened up her door to help. Instead, he attacked her.
Number one right there, never open your door for anyone you don't know. There are so many scams out there that I'm sure I've seen, you've seen, of people pretending to be something, like pretending to be an electrician. You open the door for them, 5 people come in, burglarize, hurt you, assault you, kill you. Don't let anyone. Call the police. That's their job. Part of their job is to deal with, it sounds like maybe an emotionally disturbed person right there. So call the police always. Don't open your door. Your safety is just not worth it.
He attacked her. That's when Bass's neighbor grabbed her gun and shot Morley in the leg, all with her 3-year-old son just a few feet away.
Some people are willing to get involved and some aren't, and thank God in this case somebody did.
We're all in that boat right now. It could happen to any of us at any time.
Tammy Harrison owns a female-oriented...
Hey guys, that's a lot today. Watching today's reaction. Drop a comment below. What stood out to you most? What would you have done? Try and get a conversation going and learn from each other. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this breakdown useful. Subscribe for more firearm education, reviews, and defense discussions. Stay prepared.